Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dimers podcast. I am one of your hosts, Christian.
It's Avery.
And it's Wiley.
Okay, so first up, I want to start off by saying how scuffed this is. Normally, I have like a little a snip of the party chat that we use, uh, on the Xbox Live party chat, but it's so fucking scuffed and it just doesn't work right now. So I figure, we gotta have something besides the stuff besides just that you can look at, besides a moving background. So I decided to go with some little images on the screen, and they're just random images I just kind of have on my computer. So we have a
The
half.
ones that are appropriate.
Uh, um,
Oh.
Was it
we,
in
we
the
keep.
homework folder? That's not actual homework.
I say not because it's porn, but it is maybe not
Oh.
inappropriate. I don't know. So we have like a half clipped out Hartford Whalers logo.
Oh, I just got freaking turned on there.
It's at the top left corner of the screen, and it's just kind of like half clipped out, so you can't see the entire logo. We have a picture of a Bob Ross painting that's just there. We have a picture that's hard to see. It's a picture of Joe Biden with a woman caressing her very creepily, and we have he Hitler.
That's a weird political compass you got going
Uh,
on
We
there.
have
It's what's
a
happening
nice
right now.
collage.
That was.
It covers
what
the
hell do you
bases.
have saved on your computer? That's what I like.
It's just
I
random
think the
photos.
weirdest one is definitely the Hartford Whalers logo.
What? How is that the weirdest I have?
I don't know.
That
Christian.
logo
They
is
haven't been
that
around
is
for
the
like
that
30
is the
years.
sickest logo you've ever seen in your life.
It is.
Don't you
That's
fucking
a good
mind?
logo.
It has the
Good
greatest
logo.
logo. It's got the greatest fucking theme of any fucking sports team ever. Okay,
Can we just take a moment to appreciate that the freaking Hartford, Connecticut had a professional sports team? That's just, God bless.
Hmm.
How did that end
That's
up
not a
happening?
bad. That's not a
I can
bad
see why they
logo.
left.
They played in a mall, Avery.
That's pretty gross. Yeah, that sums it up.
Yeah.
That's the place to be. Okay. Don't even.
Apparently
diss
not,
her.
because they moved
Also,
and changed their colors.
also going
Man.
around with this background, I've chosen this weird Halo ring as the background. Now, fun fact: I was trying to originally get Halo Zanzibar, the little like wind turbine thing. I was going
Mm.
about that, and I couldn't find a good video to use for it, and I ended up like scrolling down for like videos. I ended up finding this weird Russian bodybuilding channel that's under like when I typed in Halo Zanzibar wind turbine background video. That's what showed up. I was very confused.
Well, I mean, that's the first thing I would think of would be showing up.
Yeah.
I mean, can't be surprised.
Halo
Christian-
Zanzibar turbine Russian
Christian-
Yes.
bodybuilder.
Oleg never skips leg day. Okay.
Ah.
That's all you need to know.
Never skips the trip to the bar either.
Yes.
What's the bar culture like over in Russia? Is it like big?
I'm sure it's very cutthroat.
I don't feel like I know much about
Bar
the bar
culture?
culture of
I don't know.
Russia. You know.
I hear
I feel like
many
they just kind of carried on them.
I hear many stories about people just getting into bar fights and killing people in Russia. Happens a lot.
That's just Russia. But like, you know,
Welcome to Russia.
like Ireland, I think like, wow, bar culture, you know, pub
That's-
culture,
Yeah.
if you will.
Wow. You need some Guinness.
But like
on that.
Russia, I think of like crazy driving videos where they may or may not be drunk.
Those are great videos.
That's what I think of.
Russian
I don't know
dash
what-
cam videos.
Yeah. If only
great.
India had dash cams, that'd be probably twice as nuts. 'Cause they
Speaking
don't
of
have like laws there, I don't
like
think.
of culture over there, I watched a video today of Wotek, the bear that served in the Polish army in World War II.
Hmm.
He was actually enlisted. I guess he was like,
Was he a seeing eye bear or something?
no, he was found as a cub by like two Polish army guys, and they raised him, and he was so friendly that they ended up just kind of just enlisting him. And
Would you
he
ever
was a
see
private.
the,
He was a private, and by the end of the war, he was a corporal,
General.
I think.
Oh, okay.
How does that work?
I don't
What
know.
did he do?
What was his official job title?
Well, they said that
Private infantry.
well they could send him over to one of the war fronts
You're sending
because
an
he's an
innocent bear to
animal.
die.
Yeah,
They could.
because he was an animal. So what they did was they enlisted him. So and technically he was part of the army. So then they could send him over. So they sent him over, and like the guys that took care of him were like in the artillery, so they weren't on like the front lines. But uh, the bear would apparently kind of like just follow along with what people were doing. Like he would just be like, "Oh, they're grabbing ammo crates. I'll just pick one up and take it with them." Like it's
What
like,
the
holy
fuck?
crap! I don't know how this bear
I love how they
just
act
knew
like
how to
they're
do this.
concerned with they couldn't put him on the front lines because he was a bear. Like that was going to violate some sort of international law. They had to enlist him
I
first.
suppose that bear
Could
has
you
Bear-
imagine that,
Who's
though?
calculating that?
I would shit myself if I was like fighting somebody and I'd see like a bear running around with them.
Have you ever seen the
Holy
like
crap,
escaped
dude.
whale? I think it was that was like in the Russian like special forces and it like escaped to like Sweden or Norway or something. It might have been, it was either a whale or a dolphin. But now it's just like
Like it was
shows
a
up there. It's
whale.
like, what were they doing with this whale? Like, were they using him for like ship detection? I have no idea.
classified
Didn't-
information.
Didn't he have like a harness on him? I think
Yeah, he
that's-
did. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember reading that or seeing it somewhere.
It reminds me
But,
of the pigeons in World War One too. I think they had like special medals for the messenger pigeons in World War One.
In World War II, they tried to develop a missile that had pigeons inside it that the pigeons would like guide to
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
certain like ships and stuff. Like if it was gonna like fall off course, the pigeons could like drive it back on course. It's like what the fuck?
How much research was put into that effort before they figured
Apparently
out
a
this is
lot.
stupid?
Because you'd have to like physically train the pigeons to peck at the ship.
So
I guess that's how they got it to
So
pilot
let's
it.
let's recap this. We started at me talking about how Halo and Halo background videos related to Russian bodybuilding, to end up about weaponizing pigeons.
Well, that's just a logical progression.
Well, you
I
know,
don't see
every
your
time
problem here.
Every time you think of like Russian bodybuilder, you think of just like bear. So then Votek or Votek, whatever the
I think
hell his
of the,
name is.
This is a rabbit hole.
I think of the shirtless picture of Vladimir Putin. That's what I
Yeah.
think of.
He's a bear.
He's
What a
definitely
dude.
killed many bears in his
He's
life.
a big bear.
Yeah.
Probably. I wouldn't put it
Papa
past him.
bear.
Well, I don't. There's a picture of him fighting a bear or something like that.
He went fishing with George W. Bush. His father.
George W.
George H.W.
Good friends. Yeah, the W's. Big rip in the
Read my
chat.
lips. That was a poppy. Christian, did you have something you're gonna tell me about Kimmy OG?
Oh, okay. So, I need my phone for this actually, because I have like some interesting things. So, if you don't know, Kim Yo Jong is the sister to Kim Jong Un, and I was just kind of going about my business, as one does, when I stumbled across a Reddit thread, and there was a picture of or like a screenshot of a 4chan post or something, and it read as such. Well, let me find the exact post.
Good thing you're
Okay.
not Isaac, because you'd have to like go downstairs to find this.
So it starts out by saying, imagine having a really rough sex with her. You make her legs shake, and she's like, pathetic. Are you done? Shaking. I didn't even feel it. Tomorrow, 6 a.m. my office. Guards will show you the way. To be late, and I'll have your balls cut off. And it's just it's very weird. And then like all the comments on it was just like, she'd want to tame you and shit. It's just a very odd thing, and I just
You want to tame you.
and then it goes on to say about how you could have met her if you were in a private school in Switzerland 15 years ago. It's quite the adventure of a rabbit hole.
I did end up reading that post that you sent, but I just didn't get it because I didn't know it was Kimio.
Yeah, it's very weird.
Well, unless you want to be doing with Kimmy Jong, I mean,
I mean,
very well could. Dennis
he-
Rodman may have done it. We don't know.
he,
It's up in
that's
the air.
really weird how like Dennis Rodman has more of a relation to Kim Jong Un than like anybody does.
This
Like,
Dennis Rodman is just a legend. He'd wear a dress
really
in public.
weird, like
Man,
really weird fashion sense out of nowhere.
they just did the Dennis Rodman thing on the Michael Jordan documentary the other day.
Yeah, I really need to watch that. I see all
So
these like
it's
things
like
about
10
it.
parts, I think, isn't it? But there's only like 4 out.
Yeah,
It's pretty interesting.
they do like 2 parts every day, or not every day, but
Every
every time they.
Sunday, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the only thing with sports that's actually on.
Sports ball.
You could watch the Marble Olympics, Avery.
Oh, that is, I consider that above sports.
Oh,
That
okay.
is the highest form of entertainment.
I think so as
Hmm.
well.
I saw ESPN's bringing back the Ocho Saturday.
Ooh.
The
I don't know
Ocho.
what sports they're going to show, if they're going to be different than the other Ochos. What?
It's
They've
MMA,
they've
right?
tram driving the last couple times. That's pretty stupid, but like they get a bunch of public transport workers from all these European cities to do random events on trams. Like they have to like see how close they can stop to this line, and then they have one where they get like a giant inflatable ball and they crash into it, and then it pushes it into bowling pins. It's like, who thinks of this?
That sounds like some like event that GTA would host or something.
And I was thinking, like, do you think the winning city like has banners they hang up, like Super Bowl banners in the
Definitely.
subway, or like they're like we won the Tram Olympics back in '16.
Do they
Biggest
hang it up in the
accomplishment.
subway, or do they like
I don't
hang
know.
it in the actual like tram itself?
They put it on City Hall. They just have like
Oh
a giant
hell
banner.
yeah!
They have parades for it, like they do with championship parades.
They give them the
Uh,
key to the city and shit.
That's the way to do it.
Welcome back, heroes.
Get their autograph.
Thank you for your
I want a
service.
fat head of my tram driver.
We hold the highest regard to tram drivers who can pull off sick stunts, yo.
Oh man.
It's great.
Bet you the Americans get shafted in that one. There's no public transport here.
Fuck
That
that.
reminds me of a great speed running I saw once. It was Initial D, right? The car, shit where it's like drifting and stuff.
Uh huh.
So funny enough, they made a game, that's based off the same series, except it's for trains, and there's a sweet scene in it of the game where it's like there's like a big climactic point coming up, and then he's like multi-track drifting, and he's drifting on 2 different train tracks.
What do you think the weirdest game to speedrun would be?
There's a lot of weird speedruns out there.
Rape play.
I feel like if there's a game that exists, it can be like they just find ways to speedrun it.
Yeah, the
I'm
weirdest
sure there's
one.
speedrun of golf games.
Oh,
I don't even know what it would
absolutely
be,
there
but
is. There's a pretty good Wii Sports golf speedrun I've watched.
what is
Uh,
it? Just the fastest to like complete the
for,
course?
yeah, fastest 18 holes.
Jesus
Listen, I
Christ.
watch a lot of speedruns. Not like a fucking insane amount, but I watch a decent amount. And I gotta say, the weirdest one I watched was Rugrat. It was a Rugrats speedrun for a game, a Rugrats game. It was pretty fucking weird.
Now, do you tentatively like watch these speed
No,
runs, or do you
no.
have them in the background
No,
of like while you're doing
I
something?
I tentatively watch them, but the speedrun has to be like very interesting. I usually try to like watch something that I think is gonna be very interesting, and usually has like a lot of like tech and cool tricks that they use.
Hmm.
But like, I mean, I usually try not to watch anything stupid. Like, I mean, I don't like watching videos like the Zelda speedruns because they're like fucking 3 hours long, and like, why the hell should I waste like 3 hours of my fucking
Yeah.
life watching those when there's not much fucking variance in any of them.
I
But
think the Half-Life ones are pretty wild.
oh yeah, those can get crazy.
Those are absolutely. I don't even know how the hell you even like decided to make those moves and where you learned how to do that, but
Well, to be fair, like
good on you.
the source engine's fucking something. It's amazingly broken.
Yeah,
Also old.
Yeah.
it's very old, but
It looks like it. Aren't they making a new updated
game
Source
came out-
engine?
Probably, but that game came out in like 2000, what, like 5, 6, like
Something
Half-Life
like
2.
that.
Yeah, I think it was 5.
That game
Might have
looked like
been 4
actually
even.
like really good for 2005. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
And it hasn't aged well graphically.
No, but that's okay. It's been like
Lighting it, it's
15
just
years.
like, ah! Maybe
TF2
you watch
graphics.
Gmod gameplay and you're like, how is this still being played in 2020?
I mean, Gmod has a lot of like flexibility with it, so I guess that would be why. But
You get
I
a
was one of
big
those
rip in the
kids.
chat to games that were mods and then got became standalone games and got worse. Like
Daisy.
DayZ, the classic
Oh
example.
man. Great
How long
Armor
did it
2
take them to
mod.
release a like full product from that?
Oh man, so on like they announced it in like I want to say like 12 or 13 they were going to be coming like a full-fledged game. And it took them like 4 years for like the actual like full release to come out.
Yeah,
It's pretty
DayZ
awful.
standalone. It was pretty rocky start. It was very glitchy. Um, there was a ton of copies sold though, but it was more of like a cash grab at first because like they updated it a couple times and then they kind of like just left it alone, never touched it. So everybody thought it was dead, and then it had like a second wave almost. Now it's on console somehow. So
I haven't seen it mentioned publicly in like at least 5 years.
it's been a long time.
Like,
Occasionally I go back and watch. I had a YouTuber I used to watch who did he did the DayZ mod, and then he went to standalone, and he went back to the mod because the standalone was garbage. And I think he stuck with the mod.
It's really funny
And then
because
into
I
it.
think there's an actual like there's a DayZ mod or for Arma 3 that's more played than
yeah,
DayZ, which came out after
yeah,
the fact.
that's what he started playing recently, but he hasn't uploaded in like 4 years, so he's probably dead. Who knows? He said he's gonna take a break and then never heard it from him again. So it's
Oh,
whatever.
Yeah. You ever go through your subscriptions and you're like, wow, this channel I haven't watched in like 8 years, and then they haven't uploaded in like 6? You're like, I don't know where they're
Yeah,
at nowadays.
I kind of get that
This one,
feeling with like Markiplier when I used to watch him like 6 years ago, and then just kind of stopped because he was kind of
it's
cringe,
kind of
bro.
cringe, bro.
Yeah,
yeah.
he's very driven to apply to kids. So
You know,
Mm.
play up the reaction.
yep, yep, yep.
That's why I can't stand most reaction videos because they're just so over the top. It makes me angry.
Yeah, who
Like
remembers
those,
Jinx? Your boy
What?
Jinx.
everything that's like try not to is really awful. It's like try not to sing. Who is really struggling with this? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. So,
Keep your damn mouth shut.
Let me tell you,
It's not hard.
those
Have
Fine
fun.
Bros characters, they go
No.
wild over
No.
those. They're like, oh
Remember
my
when people
god.
were up in arms over them trying to get like the
The-
whole like Fine Bro network or whatever? They tried to get React like trademarked or something, and they
Yeah,
lost subscribers
yes.
for like a month, and then after that, nobody cared.
yeah.
Mhm.
People
Really a
like,
summary
people
for
like, that's
the world.
ridiculous. And then no one gave a shit.
That will never happen. They're literally Hitler. Nobody cares now. I don't even think it was a top story
Good times.
of the decade compared to other YouTube things.
Well, that was like kind of like Candy Crush trying to. They were trying to trademark what Candy, I think it was.
Didn't
Yeah,
they get that
they
trademark?
might have. I think they did get that.
Yeah, I'm
You
pretty
can't
sure.
have
I
a
think
game
they
in the App
did.
Store that has candy in it or something. Big
I think
rip
that
in the chat
caused-
to the
mm.
Candyland port.
You should definitely not be able to have a word trademarked unless it's
Especially
like a
because Candy
made-up
Crush isn't
word.
even an original game. Like,
It's a fucking
Yeah.
Bejeweled clone.
oh yeah,
It's
it's
really
like the
dumb.
concept has probably been around
Dude,
for like
whoever-
35 years.
Whoever fucking got the patent for fucking Bejeweled needs to fucking get their lawyer, man. They fucked up.
It'd be like if
hard.
somebody made a Minesweeper clone and then made billions of dollars on it.
That's the next big
Who
I mean-
thing.
owns Candy Crush?
I don't know, but like like, why would you? I don't understand why you would like trademark candy. I mean, I would understand if you trademarked like or copyrighted Candy Crush, I mean that makes sense.
Yeah, that
you know.
makes sense.
That's the name of the game, but just Candy, that's a little low balling right there, a little low blow, hitting them right in the
I'm just trying to
dick.
imagine what the like low effort carbon copies of Candy Crush are trying to like look like.
Oh,
Like how
I've
garbage are
seen
those?
I see them all the time on like YouTube ads and shit. It's
There's a
like
bunch
holy
of
crap,
isn't like the most popular one like Puzzle
terrible.
Quest or something?
I love
I
how
don't
Candy
know.
Crush has a demographic of like under 10 and then over 60, and then everyone in between ignores it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
my
just
dad has a ton
garbage.
of those games. I don't really.
I, I can't think of the last time I've like played a game on my phone for more than like 5 minutes.
Mine was definitely Call of Duty Mobile,
That's a thing.
but
Remember PUBG Mobile?
yikes, I
Fortnite.
never had that. But Fortnite. Should we jump into our Kids Bop segment?
Yeah,
Ooh,
I'm
yes.
going in a bit blind in this because I haven't heard much about it.
Well,
You're not
it's
missing
very,
much, bud.
Oh,
pretty forgettable. Pretty forgettable Kids
Yeah.
Bop. Like,
I mean,
I don't know. I'd say 1,000 Miles is probably the best song on there, and it's really not great. Doesn't stand out in any way. It's just that the
Thousand
rest
track
of them
Miles.
list?
are boring and forgettable.
Oh, is it?
Track lists are
Okay.
getting worse every time. It's
Yeah.
like
First one
there ain't
was
much.
pretty good.
For a second, when you said 1,000 Miles, I immediately thought the Proclaimers song.
No, the Vanessa Carlton.
Yeah, that's a forgettable
No.
name. But I'm like,
Well,
oh,
you're
that's the
not wrong.
piano chick, isn't it? The
Yeah.
da-da-da-da-da-da.
I miss you. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, utter disappointment.
Yeah.
They get some guitar though on this one though, Christian.
Oh yeah.
I was like, whoa, what's going on here? Didn't know they had those in the studio. Where's Kids Bop even recorded at? That's the real question.
In their closet.
Yeah, like
So
where
they
were
keep
these
the
first?
kids.
Like, are they like a specific country they make this garbage in?
Well, all you
I
guys
don't
move
know.
I
on
don't.
to the next track. Any notable track list, I'll look it up.
Yeah, it starts off with "Soak Up the Sun," which is okay, I
That's
guess.
peak 2000s music right there.
Yeah, I know. I consider that to be the
Yeah.
most 2000 song ever created. There's one of them that was like had a really dilemma. I don't even remember what that song was, but it had some really weird instrumental. Also, there was a Shakira one on there, and it has like a bamboo pipe sounding instrument in it, and it's hilariously bad.
Mm.
Like, oh, good lord,
Where is this one?
what makes them do this?
I'm trying to
I,
look up the one that I. What was it?
it's definitely, I'd say it's better than the second one. Not as good as the first one because it doesn't have all the small things on it, which is an absolute meme of a song, and I consider it to be should be on the greatest hits of Kids Bop. It's on the
All
Kids Bop
the
Mount Rushmore.
small things.
It's
Okay.
just everything about it is horrendous.
I looked it up, and it's just some random fucking place in New York.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Can we get it?
Yo,
It should be a national
Hey,
historic place.
if you want to know, if you have any inquiries about booking, let your boy Peter Papalardo hit your boy
I'm
up.
gonna have to call him up.
Yeah.
What if they recorded these
Oh.
at like Abbey Road Studios or something? That'd be hilarious.
Probably do. I mean, apparently they have
British
money
Kids
for
Bop.
some
Do
reason.
they
I
have like
don't-
country specific Kids Bop? They almost have to at this point, right?
Honestly, I think they do.
Yeah, I would think they would.
I think they
What do you
have.
think Korean
I think
Kids Bop's going on over there?
I don't know if they have Korean Kids Bop, but I know. I think I saw one. Let's look it up. Kids Bop albums. Let's get it up here. I think it
Are they
was like,
international?
yeah. Bop albums. Let's see where they at.
Oh, and don't worry, Christian, because the guy from All Small Things is still alive and on Kids Bop 3.
Oh.
So it's good to know
yes.
that his career carried him at least 3 years with them.
He's back.
It'll be a sad day when he
He's
no longer
back.
shows up. Yeah, he shows up at the very end. He might have shown up before. I just didn't recall it until like the second to last one on
The
there.
first
He
recorded
is
feature.
back.
I was like,
Yes.
I just got PTSD that kicked in when I heard him. It's like, oh,
Don't worry. There's
Play that at my
Kids Bop
funeral.
Sports Jams that was
what?
played in
They have
2007.
Kerncraft?
I don't know.
I'd pay
Oh,
money
but
for that.
I would definitely listen to that.
With their terrible production, I bet you it'd be so bad it'd be good.
This one's just for Dallas here. Kids Bop sings the Beatles.
Ah, I feel like that didn't need to be made.
Get a nice Lucy in the Sky
Where are
with
these
diamonds
at?
cover.
I saw one that was like...
Can we get a Kids Bop sings Pitbull? I think that's what we all want.
I guess
Have you
they
ever seen
just
the
dropped
picture
one
of
in
Rick
2020.
Harrison? Really?
Oh, interesting.
What
Kids
it
Bop
is?
Party Playlist.
Oh boy!
It dropped literally a month ago.
I know for all those
A day
parties that
after
are
my
going to be happening
birthday.
this year.
Oh my god.
Did you know that Kids Bop's parent company is a hard rock, alternative, and heavy metal?
That's where they got. That's
company?
where all the small things guy went. He got promoted. God bless, Papa bless Christian.
Pop up and bless it.
Mm.
I want to say there was one for like the United Kingdom or like Great Britain. Not Great Britain, but you know what I mean. Like there's one over there. British pop or something. I don't. Oh yeah, Kids Bop Germany
That'd be
right
the
here.
same.
Kids
Ooh.
Bop Germany 2019. There you go.
Kids Bop Germany.
I'm not gonna lie, I typed in Kids Bop UK and I got some pretty disturbing things on the people also ask for.
Yeah.
Kids Bop Germany.
Yeah.
2.
How old are the
Okay.
Kids Bop
child
UK?
porn.
I don't know.
How long are the Kids Bop UK? Or how old? Like
Where
just the
is the Kids
organization.
Bop filmed? There's some really weird
Where
questions
The
here.
Kids Bop.
Why did Lois leave Kids Bop? Who the fuck is
Oh my
Lois?
god, that. Why did she leave?
What?
She was the
Rita.
best one. We'll find out probably eventually.
There's some Lois stands out there.
I feel like Lois is like a name for someone over the age of 65. Who named their kid Lois?
Hey, all the lowest stands in the chat,
Lois.
please hit me with
Kidsbop.fandom.com.
please hit us with
Is there a wiki for Kids Bop?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I bet you their demographics largely follow the demographics of My Little
Hold
Pony.
on. I gotta read this because I found something
Has to.
very interesting. Someone wrote a review about this Lois person. Lois is a terrible dancer, and she's got bad TikTok reviews to prove it.
Literally unwatchable. But why did she leave? That's the real question. Was there a bad fallout?
I think she was too old.
Oh, or forced retirement, eh?
what's
Yeah.
like the old restriction? The
Well,
age restriction for
Probably
Kids Bop.
under 13.
It's like Codename
Like
Kids Next
8
Door.
to
Once you turn
13.
13, they kick you out. And you get brainwashed.
We're kids. We're no
That's epic.
teens, all right? First thing you gotta understand. We see a teen in your age.
Signed an oath.
You're getting tossed.
Booting you out in the street.
Uh,
This one don't like manual labor.
what the fuck? That's gonna be the worst voice acting I've ever heard in a major video game.
What do you mean? It's the best. Every character sounds the same. In that
That's why it's
cutscene.
good.
Every character that
Mafia 2.
that contributed in that cutscene
Holds
was
the record
the same
for the most
person.
F words in a game.
It was the same person.
Well, the main
Look it up.
character is very distinct.
What game are you talking
It's
about?
just that.
Mafia,
Mafia 2.
2?
Oh, okay.
Just type in like Mafia 2 what the fuck and you'll find it. It's like a 6-second clip and it's so bad. It's hilarious.
The guy just
I
walks
played the
in.
game. I beat the game twice and both like I forgot about it the second time and I still busted up laughing when I heard it in the game.
It's really just a
It's so
guy who
random.
walks in
It's
a
like at
room and he goes,
It's towards
"This
the
one
beginning,
don't
too.
like manual labor." What the fuck?
Yo, that reminds me of Mafia 3. What a flop that game was. They had like some insane
Yeah.
amount of marketing.
I don't know how they messed
and
that
then
up.
Didn't fucking get any sales on
I
it.
think the budget went to the soundtrack. I really do.
Yeah. Speaking of
Mafia 2
soundtrack,
is so good.
we could talk about Halo's soundtrack.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah?
there's some good ones.
There's some very good
Telling
one
ya.
question.
ODST is the best soundtrack. Just don't at me.
I'm not going to speak much
Okay.
on the ODST soundtrack, considering the fact I haven't played the whole game through.
You're missing out. You gotta play it.
I haven't either. I've never really gotten into
Not that I
Yeah,
have. Yeah.
Halo
You
3.
can.
Just-
Speaking of speed runs, most levels in ODST can be beat in like less than 3 minutes.
Ah. Maybe I have to play it then.
Yeah,
I'm a big
like
fan
all but
of
like the last level.
big fan of the Halo speedruns. They're pretty good.
Yeah,
Mhm.
there's achievements in the Master Chief Collection to beat every game in under 3 hours on Legendary, and it's just like I will probably never be able to do that.
All right, Avery.
Some of them are insane.
Favorite Halo soundtrack. Go.
All right, ODST.
ODST. All right. Christian. Favorite Halo
Halo
soundtrack.
3 is pretty good.
Halo 3. I think mine's pretty obvious to you too. It's Halo Reach.
It was gonna be Halo 5. I don't even think I know a
Halo
single
4, just because
Halo
of the
5
dubstep.
Halo Wars 1.
I love the
Halo Spartan Assault. Remember that game?
Yeah, I love Spartan Assault's soundtrack. It is so great.
Does it have music inspiring assault?
I have no idea.
Probably. You know, I almost got 3 stars in every level in that, but the last level was really hard and I never did it. So I stopped.
What was that? Was that a mobile game? Or what
It was
that?
a mobile game.
Well,
yeah.
it was. It's on the Xbox. It's like a top-down shooter, but it's with like Halo. It's got like you play as a Spartan. I
Wasn't
don't
that
remember
released during like Halo 4?
which one you played as?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like the first Halo game on the Xbox, I think. Came out in like 2014 because it was like one of the first games with gold on the Xbox One.
Yeah.
It was there with
I
the
remember,
PlayStation FX during its 3-year run.
Oof. I remember the good old times of just getting the Xbox One.
I don't.
And
I had
having
like
like
2 games.
Yeah, like having like 3 games with it.
No backward compatibility. There was no point in it.
Yeah, it was. I remember talking
I think
with
it had
Julie.
Rise,
Uh,
and I had to play that. Ugh.
yeah,
I waited a while to get my Xbox One.
because you and Julie both had the Xbox One, like pretty damn close. He got it day one. I don't know what time
I
you
got
got yours.
mine like at the beginning of 2014, like right after New Year's.
I had to wait a long time. Well, not like a long time, but I had to wait a good amount of time for mine.
I think I bought mine when the Xbox, I think when the Master Chief Collection came out.
Same here.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
So I got mine bundled.
Yeah, I
with
think
Master
I
Chief
did
Collection.
as well.
I don't got
Just
no
have to
taste
experience
for
a
that
broken
one.
game for 3 years.
I mean,
4
I didn't
years,
really
my
play it
line
that
was
much.
Played it a lot. I did it to get the. You got like if you beat all of the campaigns on Legendary, you got an armor for Halo 5. So I did it for that. And the armor's pretty cool, but
Halo
Was it
5
worth
wasn't.
I don't know. I'm actually a pretty high rank in Halo 5.
I mean, I
Higher than
don't
I'd
know.
like
I
to.
probably would have liked Halo 5's multiplayer because I liked Halo
It's very
4's.
I heard the
It's nothing like Halo
multiplayer and
4's
the
multiplayer
I heard the
anyway.
Halo the multiplayer and the Forge were really good in 5.
The Forge is incredible. I will give them that. Like that Forge,
That's where all your
if
development
Infinite's
time went.
Forge is expanded upon that, it's going to be incredible.
I just hate the art style.
I'm with you
with
there.
four,
They
with
should've-
4 and 5, they went for like this weird cartoony
Hideous. It's
detail.
hideous.
Everything's detailed and looks bad for no reason. I don't know.
Thank God they're going back.
Yeah.
Because, like, Halo Reach's art style is probably my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I do like...
Everything about
the,
Halo Reach is just outstanding.
I do like a few
I
of the
don't know
things
what
in
it is.
Halo 3's art style as well.
Halo 3
Like, I
was
like the
very
elites
simple.
in Halo 3.
Yeah.
But, like, I like all of the military textures in that. I just wish they were the detail of Reach.
The deets.
The deets,
Big
you know?
deets. Very big deets.
Done dirt cheap.
Christian, what's your
Well, we
beef with lasagna?
Oh, no.
What do you got against lasagna?
Okay, so ravioli is just superior in every way.
See, that's where you're wrong, though. Who the fuck would choose ravioli over a nice lasagna?
What are you talking about? Listen, lasagna, it's like, oh man, it's like messy. It's like way too much. You know,
What is ravioli then?
ravioli's like it's like a lasagna. It's like wrapped up into one
Yeah,
nice. It's like
you
it's
just
like
said it was a lasagna.
no. It's like the difference between getting like some fucking like candy bar at a store and then getting like a nice mini sized candy bar. You know, it's like
Excuse
it's
me?
good. It's good. You know, it's bite
I
sized.
would say
It's bite sized.
That's the
Bro.
dumbest thing I've ever
You can't
heard.
say that
No.
ravioli is messy, or
It's
you
just
can't
better.
say that. No, I would say that ravioli's like bite-sized lasagna.
It's
But that
packaged.
just makes lasagna ravioli's dad, because lasagna is just better in every way.
The time is now,
It's a
old
big
man.
cube, you know?
It's a big. You get it in a
Big
big
cube.
cube. Oh my goodness! You have some cheese over the top of it. It melts. Maybe creates a thin layer of crust over it. Ooh,
So,
ooh,
like,
Christian.
Ravioli is
what
so
do
much better.
what do you call, like, the noodles that are in lasagna? Like, those giant-ass, like, strip
Big-
things.
The ravioli
Big
noodles.
squiggly,
Is that...
big squiggly.
I think
noodles.
I think
is
they're
that
called
canon?
ravioli.
I don't know.
It's
Now I'm
called.
getting too much
It's
confusion.
called. You misspelled the word in Word doc.
Oh, okay.
Probably
That's
good.
what it is.
I think they're called
I think this-
ravioli noodles.
It's
Uh,
it
I don't,
says
how can
you made a
like one
mistake.
and not the other, though? That's the real question.
Yeah, they're
Okay,
literally
that
the
just doesn't
same
make
thing.
sense.
they're just so
It's
much
like
better.
eating,
Just
like,
eat both of
it's
them.
like singling out a single, like, Mexican food. Like, you hate
Are we
burritos,
talking,
but
like-
you like tacos and
Well, yeah,
enchiladas.
that's
It's
just
like they're all variants of each other.
okay. Well,
Okay, what
I don't-
size of ravioli are we talking though? Because like there's like tiny ravioli and there's like some monstrously huge pieces of ravioli I've seen.
I'm not talking about the monster.
Dude's
huge
rocking his
ones. Those
6
have
inch
like
ravioli.
those have like no like enough to where you can pick it up like on a fork and then like eat it in 2 bites. You know, it's still on the fork.
Is it bad? The first thing I think of when I hear both these is the fucking Chef Boyardee equivalent.
That's what I was
You
thinking.
see that,
'cause the
like,
Chef
spinning
Boyardee ones
can
are
and
pretty
on the-
small.
I just see his
Yeah,
face.
the small ones. Yeah, those are the good ones.
Mm-mm.
We get
Don't
like a,
eat some
a
giant ass
cook-off.
thing. It's like the same thing as a fucking lasagna. Then.
I mean,
It's the
we
reason why
can't
it's just
even
better.
compare if we're gonna talk about like Chef Boyardee, like lasagna versus ravioli. They don't even compare because the Chef Boyardee lasagna is literally just like a squiggly noodle in some fucking tomato sauce with pieces of meat in there.
Well, you know what? That's
not
just
even a
lasagna, okay?
That's not even a lasagna. It's not even put together. It's just
Oh,
kind
I'm,
of there.
I'm not gonna lie. There's some awful
It's
Chef
just
Boyardee
noodles and
products.
sauce.
There's some awful show. Have you ever had their fucking Alfredo? It's fucking the worst
Oh,
thing
that
I've ever
That
sounds
tasted
sounds
in my
god
life.
awful.
It
That
is
sounds like if you
god-awful.
smell it, it would smell like dead cat or something.
It's pretty
That
fucking.
What
sounds
were you
like-
expecting when you
It's
bought that?
it's like terrible and like bland. It's just so bland. It tastes
I'm
bad.
gonna
It
have to go
sounds
look
like
at this
you would
shit.
have to eat that within like a week of it being prepared, you know, like in canned and stuff. Because like after you eat it after like a week, you're expecting to die. That's all I gotta say on that one.
Everyone that's ever died has consumed that.
I was also very disappointed when I ate it because it said Alfredo with chicken. There was no chicken in that can. I was so
Well,
disappointed.
Oh god.
It was tuna.
I'm just thinking of SpongeBob when he tries Gary's food and he just like yeah. Exactly. He like sticks his tongue in it and he just completely just turns brown and shriveled up.
Remember the Suds
Ugh.
episode of SpongeBob?
That was
I
an
got
episode.
the suds.
SpongeBob's
That was
first
very
STD.
strange. Became a basic
We could talk about
biohazard.
we could talk about how old SpongeBob episodes were a lot better than the new ones.
You can
Yeah.
date SpongeBob by basically how yellow he is. Because the first one, he's just like pale as hell.
It's
And,
pretty like
he
dark.
gets
He
yellow.
gradually gets more
every,
yellow.
Like,
He gets
every
the whole show
season.
gets brighter.
Yeah, it does.
He's gonna be a supernova in the last season and explode the screen.
They just touch up the palette every time, every season.
Gotta make it
It's a
more
nice
yellow.
Yes, boy. Give me the
SpongeBob, my
yellow.
boy. Many war
What's up,
crimes I did commit, SpongeBob, my boy.
What kind of war crimes would a crab commit?
He has claws. What the fuck do you mean?
Yeah? What kind of war were they
Too
partaking in?
much.
He was a torturer. He was he got the
He was a
information.
torturer.
Okay, he got the
He
information.
was with the Bikini Bottom equivalent of the FBI. CIA, I guess, would be more appropriate.
You
That's
gotta
too
talk
much.
or you get in the claws.
Claw.
And once I clank my claw, there's no clanking back. God, Jesus. Sorry, I just had to mean a stroke
Yeah.
there.
I think it was. Is there
There's
a
no coming
SpongeBob
back.
equivalent of Guantanamo?
Shell
You know he's
City.
coming when you hear Mr.
Shell
Krabs
City.
walking.
What other music do you think they torture people at Guantanamo instead of Radiohead and shit at like ridiculously loud volumes? What other music would they?
Um,
Kids Bop album
Funky
2.
Town. 24-hour loop.
Funky Town.
Not good. Not good.
It's a bop.
Not sure why it was created.
I would assume they probably play like Crazy Frog a lot. Maybe
Oh, that
maybe
would
the
be a good
Gummy
one.
Bears theme.
No, I was just gonna say the gummy bear.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can't mention
Absolutely.
you
The
can't
long-
mention Crazy Frog without
The
mentioning
long
gummy
German
bear.
version.
Oh God.
There were so many
Why are there
variations.
so many
of the song.
versions? Yeah, why?
I don't know.
There just has to be.
This is a
It's
very
got international
weird time
appeal.
of internet.
There was no regulation.
Yeah.
It's scary.
It's the wild, wild west of the internet. It's high noon, brother.
Oh,
Alrighty.
yeah. YouTube's screwed up. Can't
Yes.
read my old comments from like more than 8 years ago. It's just a mess.
I want to see how stupid I was as a child. Come on now.
No, you probably don't. Absolutely not.
No, I don't. Whoa.
Kinky.
Got very feminine there, Christian.
Yeah, there was someone coughing in a
Christian.
different room.
Likely story. I think it was
Mm.
you.
You ever just like be home alone and you're listening to music and all of a sudden you think somebody said your name? You're
I
just
get-
like,
I get that
Yeah.
sometimes, yeah. And I'll,
Very
When you're, like,
weird.
and I'll
Listening
call
to something, and then you have something in the background. And
and I'll
then,
call my parents. I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
where you guys at? And I'm like, oh, we're at the store. I'm like, huh.
very
That's odd.
weird.
I'm gonna go lock the door.
Yeah. Every time I do that, I go out and brave the storm. I must be some like psychotic psycho guy, but I go and check the house real quick. I'm like,
Yeah, but
there's
if
no
you
way.
if you make eye contact, you legally have to leave. So
Yeah.
actually, the dead
Turns-
squirrel crying for help ignored him.
Yeah.
Probably is. The wails of the dead squirrels.
They haunt your nightmares now.
You let
Shout out
you could
back
have
to
saved
episode
those
2.
dead squirrels, really.
I know, if I only woken up like 30 minutes earlier.
You could have saved
Damn.
them.
You're solely responsible for the.
Honestly, I have no idea. I have no idea what time they died. So
No question is what
fairly-
noise you think they made when they fell in.
skaploosh, like the Minecraft noise when you fall into water.
Yeah. Why did they just swim up? Stupid.
They should have checked their bar. Okay.
Do they not have a bucket of water on them?
No,
Get some aqua affinity, bro.
Maybe a sponge.
get water breathing. What the fuck, dude?
Get
It's
a
not
nice
that
turtle
hard.
shell.
Where was your heart of the sea, squirrels? God,
Yeah, come on now. Build your oracle. What are you doing?
they can't even fight in
Just place the door
water
down.
monument, water temple. Yeah, well, that doesn't work anymore. We've proven
It doesn't work in Bedrock.
that doesn't work in Java either.
Oh, it does not. Oh.
No, they got
Here
rid
we
of
go.
the.
Here's the perfect sound of the squirrel falling in.
And then the struggle of them trying to get out for however long until they drown.
Oh yeah, here's this one.
Okay. Wow.
I'm not sure if that was a squirrel though, but
I think you need to
Could've
go
been.
take some basic biology.
That's the noise they made because they were brain dead.
Can we talk about Christian? I have a question. So
Yeah.
you're a biologist, if you will.
yeah, sure.
Why does the chicken in Minecraft lay eggs but also give live birth? It ain't adding up. It ain't adding up.
It's not a chicken. It's a duck.
No, that still doesn't answer the question.
I am not a
Same side of the
veterinarian.
family there.
Remember somebody told me that it couldn't be a chicken because it swims, and I was thinking, do you think chickens can't swim? Like, what does that mean?
They're too heavy.
I mean, and I thought, I was like, I don't think I've ever seen a chicken swimming, but still.
I mean, they usually don't when you're on a farm, they don't have big lakes of water, big
That
ponds
could be,
of water
we need to
where
make
the
a
chickens
chicken
are
water
kept.
park.
I want to see like a nice like video of like a chicken following like a duck troop or whatever, just trying to blend in, you know.
Well, if you think
True.
about it, ducks can just sit on top of water like nothing.
Yeah,
And they're
like they
basically
own
like
the
the
joint.
same thing. So it's like, I'm pretty sure a chicken would just kind of do that. It would just kind
Do
of
you think
sit on
chickens
top
have
of the water.
corkscrew penis?
Definitely not.
I'm sure it's a more fucked up shape than that.
Nah.
They
Christian,
cluck
have
when
you
they
seen
do
the
it.
have you seen the corkscrew
You ever looked
penis?
up duck
Very,
penis?
I have seen it. It's pretty fucking
very
weird.
odd. That is it's one of the
Exactly
seven
one of his
wonders of the
kinks.
world right there.
It's a lot better than cats, though. They have like a weird like spike cactus penis.
Yeah, they do. They do. Not sure how that
Cats
came up.
make some like weird ass noises.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
I
do.
watched a video today of a baby rhino making noises, and it was like really weird. It was like a high pitched like scream.
Oh my
It
god!
was
They're
just
my-
a whale.
When I something I learned when I was in Colorado, there are foxes. There's a bunch of foxes in Colorado, and they scream like sound like
Yeah.
human
Do they
people
shout, too?
screaming. No, they sound like
let it all
human
out?
people screaming. It is fucking terrifying. I was so scared that somebody was getting murdered in the middle of the night as I fucking woke up, and it turns out I asked about it, and it's like, oh no, this is just foxes. And I found out like the next night as I saw one like screaming at me as I was coming down the stairs.
Did you ask it to keep it down?
Outside. No, I kind of threw a
Sure.
rock
We're
at it.
trying to sleep in here.
I threw a rock at it because it was kind of coming towards me, and I was just like, "No, get away!"
Yeah, like
You know,
what's the
mountain
fox
lions
gonna
do the
to
same
you?
thing.
What? Just fucking
Yeah, but
scream at the top of the
Mountain lions
lungs?
can actually kill you.
Mountain lions are very sketch. They have videos of like mountain lions like fucking. It sounds like a blood curdling scream.
Yeah, it's pretty terrifying. There's a dude, I think, last year that killed a mountain lion with his bare hands. It's like, what a beast.
Oh yeah,
Absolute legend. They like tried and jumped him, like he was like on a trail or something. He ended up like strangling it to death.
Can we get like a world's
man's gonna have
deadliest
some
warrior? For like
Oh, that guy.
I killed them
That
with this
guy.
thumb.
the
You know,
guy
he
who
brings that
kills
one
a
up in the
mountain
bar,
lion.
and then they're like, "No, you didn't, bro." I did.
Bro,
Watch
it
the
did
life
not
of the
happen.
time.
You did not do that,
You
bro.
want me to
Bro,
kill
you
you?
full of
I can
shit.
show you.
Bro, I got the
believe you
video
now.
proof, bro.
Like, oh,
I'm gonna take y'all back.
how do you
Then you're a
think he
pussycat.
strangled it? You think he hit it with
With
like
his hands.
the tap out move or some shit?
He gave it
Say
his
uncle.
elbow.
I like to think he RKO'd him first.
Yeah. He actually had a chair on him. Yes.
Get the steel chair.
Never go anywhere in the wilderness without your folding chair.
He's actually gonna go down in history, especially when he dies. He's gonna get that on his tomb.
He hit him with a
Stone.
steel chair and then did his finishing move on the bastard.
That mountain lion, though, must have been a weak bitch.
Yeah.
He had the jump
cub.
and everything.
I like to think that now
How do you
it's
mess
going
that
to
up?
be like a fucking cub that was like 3 months old. He just murdered like a baby fucking mountain lion.
He got clubbed, too. He didn't even strangle it.
He murdered the baby mountain lion and just made like a huge like fucking story of how it attacked him and shit. He just like cut himself.
Asked him for He's like, I threw it in the river.
the trail.
It was coming up on me. It was fronting.
Was looking for trouble, so I gave it some trouble.
Ever seen a video of this guy in like I think he's in like western Nebraska or Wyoming or something. He's flying a drone, and he finds like a rattlesnake pit that has like 30 snakes in it. And then
Oh my god.
yeah, it's pretty incredible. And he gets really close to it, and they start like jumping at the drone. And then one of them knocks it down, so the drone falls in this pit of rattlesnakes. And the guy must have been prepared and done it before because he brought a hockey stick with him. And so you can watch him like smacking the snakes with a hockey stick as he tries to get his
What the
drone back.
hell?
I don't know.
I wouldn't even go near that fucking thing at that point. At that point, that belongs
Yeah,
to the snakes.
It's when you get the grenade and throw it in there. And then you call in
Just
an
go.
airstrike. We're gonna need
Get the-
napalm.
I'm gonna need my 40mm grenade launcher, please.
No, I call him
Taking
the
this one
napalm
out.
strike from Black Ops. Most OP kill
Napalm
streak in the
effective.
game.
I'm calling in the dogs.
No, the dogs wouldn't fuck with that.
The dogs wouldn't probably
Yeah,
fucking
the
hit 'em either.
napalm is you can even kill yourself with that. That's
Well, it also
big
lingers.
yikes. It does. Like you the first explosions don't really do much, and then it's just like the fire that covers the map. It's just like even if you touch it, the fire like you just get set on
If you
fire
make eye
immediately.
contact with it,
Yeah. Like you can't get put out. The only time you get put out is after you're dead. Like that
when
mountain
you're just
lion,
charred
bitch.
remains. You look like the woman that SpongeBob tried
When
to
you're
sell
just
chocolate to.
Charlemagne.
Wait, you say the
Charlemagne.
woman that SpongeBob tried to sexually assault? What'd you say?
No. I said sell chocolate to.
Oh.
That could have
That's a
happened
big change.
later. I don't know, but
SpongeBob allegations.
me too.
What exactly? What kind of animal was that person? The old grandma. Like, what is that? Like a fucking like worm? What the fuck is that thing?
She,
It's like that
she
thing
was a
that,
bar of chocolate.
What was it called? The thing in the biology we had. That's the fish
A
thing.
mollusk.
Yeah,
Tapeworm?
no.
A sea
Remember
pickle.
like the first thing we pulled out of Gary's class the one time.
What
It was like
fucking
the stick-looking
squid?
thing.
The
Had the
stick
teeth on it.
Oh, the lamprey. Oh my fucking god.
Yeah.
God,
yeah.
that
It
thing
was Satan's
is
creation.
fucking terrifying.
How do you spell it? I'm gonna look this.
Lamprey. Let me. There might be an H in there, I think, as well. Maybe.
I think you spelled it right.
I think there's an H there. To be honest.
It's Lamprey. Oh,
Yeah, this thing is fucking terrifying, and we had no idea that it was a lamprey because because we were looking at a book, and the book just it shows this small little thing, right? And this fucking thing was like the Alaskan bullworm, okay?
it really is.
This thing was fucking packing, all right? It wasn't
They're
this small
they're
little
like
thing.
parasitic.
Yeah,
creatures. They like live on fish.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's like a,
they're just a big like sucker fish. It looks like.
yeah. You look at the fucking
Sucker.
teeth on that bastard. It's fucking
They're not even
it's scary.
teeth. They're like spike things.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like-
I see a
oh my
picture of
God.
like a fish that they pulled up.
It's
that
like a
had one
reverse
on there,
fuck-
and it like ate it ate away on that fish.
It's a reverse fucking like puffer fish. Spikes are inside the fucking body. Well,
Yeah, and then
now-
ours was like, an unidentified age, as it was just like hardened and it smelled like formaldehyde.
Well, to be fair, everything smelled like formaldehyde.
Yeah. It's like, what in God's name is this?
I'm not gonna lie. The lab for that class was actually very cool. We got to do some very interesting things. We got to dissect.
And it was easy as hell.
Yeah, it was very easy. We got to dissect a pregnant shark. We got to dissect
I like
a
the squid because it was so
The
easy.
squid was fucking weird. It had like pink blood and shit and veins.
I think that's because it was dyed. But I don't know.
Maybe.
Probably.
Had like a weird like a choker.
It had a choker. It was a fashion.
It's like a
flair.
weird like beak. It had like a beak. It's really weird.
Mozambique.
Aren't they really like really rubbery almost?
I don't remember actually.
Yeah. We pretty much
Squids are
just
just
chose it because
odd
it had
things.
the fewest organs of the things we could dissect.
Yeah, I feel bad for the
Yeah.
people who got the fucking rat or whatever. That thing was fucking.
Or
Not-
the crow.
Oh man. I think the rat had like 20
Stone
things you had
cold.
to identify. And now it was
Yeah, see, we just looked at the list of organs and we're like, we're gonna speed
it was
run
also
that
it
one.
was also really nice because all the fucking things were like right next to us. So we're like, oh, I see we got that, and we're just sitting right next to it. And we're like, oh, we got this.
Christian, did you ever take field biology in high school?
No.
Yeah, we had to. I took it with Dallas sophomore year, and at the end we had to. He brought in just a bunch of like dead pheasants, and we had to all taxidermy them.
Wait,
Like you could
what?
pair with one other person. Yeah, I don't know why that was part of it, but it was.
Very useful skill.
Yeah,
Tax.
it was a pain in the ass because you had to get everything out of it. It smelled like shit. You had to like poke the eyes out and shit. You had to like reverse
Metal.
its neck somehow. I have no idea how the hell
how you got
like,
the mountain lion.
we even did that. It was something.
That's pretty wild.
It is very wild. Dallas took it. I don't know if he still has it or not. It probably smells like ass because I'm pretty sure we left some shit in it.
Well,
Wow.
and then it would have smelled like gas. That shit's gone now.
Yeah. It was like, what, 6 years ago? Yikes.
It's a big ripperoni. Big F in the chat right there.
And it's just dust. Any more topics, Christian? Anything on your mind there, buddy?
No, not at the moment. I think that covers it for this episode.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. Huh?
Thank you all for watching.
Thank
Bye.
you.